lousy. There are no benefits. You work 10 hours a day in all sorts of weather. You don't strike, but a sense of community that makes all the difference. So we develop really good friendships. And that's what I'd have to say. That's what being a courier is to me. I'm gonna cry now.
Next one.
Hey, buddy. Yep. I see the downtown core as my office, my personal office. And every street, every light, every building, every floor is known. You're not restricted to just the road. You can use the sidewalks, alleyways, staircases, hallways. There's lots of little shortcuts that a lot of people don't know about simply because they haven't got the skill to maneuver through them, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, no! That's a real bike!
Check out the camera.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, let's go and get a coffee, man. Hey, in there. Hey, this is one of the places we hang out. We come congregate here. It's ideal because it's right downtown, right in the core where many of us work. But when I first started and came down here, there was hundreds of bicycles all lined the streets, hundreds of couriers, all, you know, laughing together, having a good time, playing hacky sack, doing what have you, having a chat. And I was amazed at the fact that we all worked for a whole slew of different companies. Yet because we all do the same thing and have the same interests, we all hang out together.
Oh, no. I got some calls.
I'm gonna describe my belt here. I got my Pony Express belt. What does it say here? 1860 to 1861. Well, this is 1990 and we're still doing the same job. I'm hardcore. I like to do everything as fast and as hard as I possibly can. Faster, higher, harder, you know? That's my philosophy. To make money in the industry, you really have to work every single day, 10 hours a day, starting at 8 in the morning and just work. When I'm riding downtown, when I'm delivering my calls, I see every distance as a segment of time rather than miles. For example, I say that Eglinton, which is where we go, to approximately 4 or 5 kilometers away, I can make it there in 15 minutes. We cross the core, 2 minutes. Everything's in timing. But it can give you a charge, you know, when you're really hammering along. You got your packages in your bag, your dispatches right down your neck. And you got to get those packages off, which is really what it's all about. Is picking them up and dropping them off. Boom, boom, boom. And do you have a good day? Whoa, everything went well. Your timing was on. You got every light. Every package was no problem. No hassles all day. You can be, whoa, I had a good day, made money, had no hassles, you know, and be revved up that way. And then on the other hand, you can be ached, hit every light, every elevator's wrong. There's no packages to be found everywhere. You've been cut off 10 times. People have harassed you and harangued you on the street. People have walked out into the middle of the road and nearly taken you off your bike. You can get here at the end of the day and go, oh my God, what a nightmare, what a dreadful day. I'm gonna give it up, I hate my bike, I don't wanna do anything anymore. You know, it really goes. You wake up in the morning and it really goes from there. It's an adventure every day, excitement, a full day of high energy living. In general, your average pedestrian, suit on his way to work, cabbie, what have you, they all seem to be in so much of a hurry to get where they're going that they really don't care about anyone else. And when somebody does happen to get in the way and then take off you away down the road before they can do anything about it, I know they get all annoyed, they're upset. People are uptight that drive around downtown anyway. They really don't like to see us passing them, I guess, or getting to where we're going 10 times quicker. They see us traveling around at high speed, whipping through, intersections, going around corners fast, in between cars, dodging, diving, ducking around, what have you. And I guess it scares them in a way because they can do it themselves. They don't realize that we're professionals and that because you do it 10 hours a day, every day, in every weather condition, you become good at it. But a door prize is the biggest nightmare. You hear that click and it's right at your knee. It could mean death. Throw you out into the road to be hit by a car or hit your knee. I met somebody not too long ago that had a perfectly straight scar right down their face where they'd gone into a car door. But there's not a lot you can do when something happens right in your face like that. It's part of the risk. Sometimes you don't really think about the danger of it.
Yeah, that's pretty scary. Going like totally high speed down any street and having a car door just open in front of you. And like people, like I always watch in the mirrors, right? And watch and see people's heads. And like, it's kind of funny, I always seem to be able to, I've been doing it long enough that I anticipate people before they even know what they're gonna do. Like I know that car's gonna turn right at that street, even though they don't know it quite yet. And I'll go around like, but, it's just like, people cutting you off when you're going. Just the main thing is like when I'm going really fast and then someone steps out onto the street. I'm like, duh, you saw me. What are you doing? When I'm working, I'm pretty aggressive. I think it's from my job because I used to be pretty timid and shy before, and just I guess this brought out my personality a lot more. But I get all my aggressions out during the day, right? At the end of the day, if it's been a rough day, it'll linger on, but it doesn't take too long because I'm just like, work's over, that's it. The work is done. I come home and make my 20 phone calls that I have to make. And then I just sit down. I can either come up here on the roof and sit and relax or just sit and stare at the walls and do nothing and just be calm and not talk to anybody because I'm still in hyper movement mode and just keep pretty aggravated. I'm pretty grumpy. I think what I love the most about being a courier is just that I'm as one with my bike, and I really dig riding my bike a lot. There's nothing else I would do. I have a knee injury. I'm not supposed to be riding at all, but I can't help myself. I'm just like, well, what am I gonna do? That's all I do is ride my bike. And I think another big thing with everybody is just the total freedom that you have. I can't look any way that I want to look at other jobs. You got to really look around for a job that let you, be who you want to be. There's not really any rules. I don't have to I wake up in the morning, I book on, I do my work during the day, but it's fun because you eat on the road. You're outside, you see totally different things every single day. You deal with totally different things every day. Nothing is ever the same. And you don't really have to deal with anybody or anything except security guards. Executive people, they seem to be all right, and they're stuck in their rut, they're making their money and that's all they think. It's a very narrow perception of life, right? Make money, do this. But all the people who are clerks and receptionists and secretaries, they're the worst people to ever deal with. They're so high on their horse and so high and mighty, but I'm just you're a layman too, You're just a lackey like I am. If anything, I probably got paid more for my job than you do, and I enjoy my job and you don't, I don't think I know too many people who are office workers who really like their job, you know what I mean? And for them, I see all those people who take business in school and then they're like, I took business in school, and for what? To sit in a little box and stare at a computer, right? I don't know, teach their own, I guess. Some people like it, but I know most people probably don't. You can see sometimes you're in an elevator and stuff and people look at you with a little envy, right? Or someone will make a comment oh, you must be really fit. And I'm like, yeah, I guess so. fitter than you, but I don't see it, you know, but I'm not obnoxious. I'm pretty nice when people ask me questions, unless it's something really dumb like, did that hurt? Like suits go, wow, I think that's really cool. And, you know, you look cool, you look good, you know, you look healthy and fit, and you know, you look like you want to look, and those rings look really cool on you and stuff. But then I've had like, just like complete shine, like I did this delivery, and I was sitting outside after it, waiting for a call, and this grandmother was with her child. And at first she just glanced at me at first and didn't notice what I look like. You know, I have long blonde hair, I look girly girl kind of, right? Sitting there, and then she took another look and like just scooped the kid up and like ran away, and I'm like, I didn't mean to scare you.
This here, that's a really long story. It's a indigenous design. It's done in the manner of Plains Indian spirit writing. It's quite a long story, but it was a 4.5-hour trip through excruciationville.
I got this one, which is finished, and it's a scorpion. That's what it is. That's the tribal sign for scorpion. And I have another one that's a scorpion too, but I'm just waiting for the guy to fill it in and get his stuff together. He had his flood in his basement or something, and that's the other one. I think I've placed them strategically that when, you know, my muscles ripple or whatever, they, you know, they show up well. The tattoos, they work with my body.
Hey, Craig. Craig. You got a hacky sack? Stewie! Want to play some sack?
Yeah, I've been currying for five or 6 years. I'm not quite sure. I sort of lost track a little while ago. And I think the fact that I and the other riders are in such good shape, we're not really affected by pollution and such things, because our lungs are working better than most people just because of our job. Cycling makes your lifestyle, I think, because you realize that, well, it makes you so fit and more in touch with your body, makes you more in touch with your surroundings, because I'm a 165-pound person on a 30-pound bike, and I have to know where everything is. And so because of the job, or even because of cycling a lot, I have to depend a lot on my other senses, like hearing for sure.
Oh, really? Why do you got your hazard lights on? Are you advertising how you drive? Yeah. I'll run you over. Go ahead.
I don't get aggravated with the job because all my aggravation goes out. All the energy that is built up with aggravation is released through riding, or by kicking cars or yelling at people when they get in your way and stuff like that. It's a very energetic job that you get a lot of scream therapy. So you don't really, most of the couriers that you will run into, you'll find that they are the most laid-back, pacifistic people that you'll find. The courier community isn't a community, it's a large extended family. There's a lot of really quirky, interesting people that don't want to or cannot fit in with mainstream life, whatever that is. They don't want it. If I could continue to do this job forever, I would. It makes me feel so alive that to give up this job, it would be like I would be dead again.
Then there's like people like me who just want to ride my bike all the time, and you know, and just be out in the air and be outdoors and just be outside and not have any rules and not be hassled by the man. You know, that's about it. I just want to be free to ride my machine, and not be hassled by the man.
The bottom line is my bicycle's everything to me right now. My job, my transportation, my sport, my hobby. I'd be devastated without it. If somebody stole it, that'd be end. That'd just be the end.
Guys, later.
It's great. It's like a family, like I said.